Hi and welcome to the Vegan Corner. Have you ever struggled while trying to cook things like sauces, soups, curries, or even risottos just because you couldn't find a good plant-based creamy component? Well, there are many ways to add creaminess back into a dish without necessarily having to add unhealthy ingredients. So let's see how we do just that and add some serious richness back into your food. Today we are going to create 3 completely different creams, so that you'll be able to decide which one is better suited for you and the recipe you are preparing. To make the first cream, which is the lowest in fat, simply place the tofu and the water into a food processor and blend them until the 2 ingredients combine into a fluid, creamy mixture, which is in fact the final cream. This is one of our favorite options when it comes to adding little if any fat into a recipe, but it doesn't necessarily have to float everyone's boat, so let's move on to the second method. For the second method, place the cashew nuts and the water into a container and blend them at high speed until you obtain a super creamy fluid paste that you can use to create the most amazing and velvety risottos and pasta sauces. The cashews we are using are not soaked, because this blender is perfectly capable of turning them into a smooth cream. However, if you are using a less powerful blender, you can always soak the nuts for a few hours or add a bit more water. Last but not least, the third option, which is for those who don't mind the use of oil. This method yields a cream that is optimal for savory preparations, and quite frankly, it also happens to be a delicious dipping sauce. The first thing we are going to do is to clean the onions, cut them in half, steam them for 30 minutes with the cut facing down, and cool them down just a bit. Once that's done, measure the amounts of onions specified in the recipe and place them into the jug of a blender. Next, add in the oil, you can use any oil you prefer, the lemon juice and the salt, and blend the ingredients together to create the most amazing and smooth emulsion. Just add a dollop of this cream onto a soup and see it turning into something twice as beautiful and way more delicious. These 3 creams are able to deliver very different results depending on the quantity used and the application. However, the best way for you to find out which one you prefer and for what use it is best is to try them. After all, I'm not really asking you to blend white truffles, champagne or saffron, right? Other popular options to get creaminess back into a dish are coconut milk, which works perfectly but also adds saturated fats and a lot of flavor that might be inappropriate for the dish you are making, soy cream, which is also great but not easy to find all over the world, and vegan butter, which is generally tasty and effective but also usually made out of over-refined ingredients. And here you can see the final creams. We hope that you will find these 3 recipes useful and that they will help you to be more creative while making any divine vegan treat you like to enjoy. If you liked today's video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up before moving on and subscribe if you haven't already. Many thanks for watching and on to the next video.